What's poppin', everyone? It's Adam the Urban Spidey, and welcome to my new little show, Urban Spidey Tonight. I plan to hopefully consistently put these episodes out where I just talk about topics and other stuff from the toy community. Maybe sometimes not even from the toy community. I have a lot of opinions about the toy community, as I'm sure you do if you're watching this. So if you have anything to add to the conversation, whether you're agreeing or disagreeing, let me know in the comments. I always love reading everyone's replies. Anyways, first let me I'm obviously a little sick, so if I'm talking a little weird, that's why. Anyways, now let's get to the topic of today's episode. Plastic-free packaging. So I know this topic is a little bit older now, and the internet has the memory of a goldfish, but this topic is something I still see a lot of discussion about because it's such a quote-unquote new concept to collectors. In case you are one of the people that has no idea what I'm talking about, Hasbro is taking the plastic window out of most toy packaging. The 6-inch action figure lines produced by Hasbro are very popular with adult collectors, and most people are worried about paint applications or figure swapping, since yes, in store you cannot see what is in the cardboard box. This is mainly what is causing this controversy, not being able to see what is actually in the box. First off, I want to give you my personal opinion on the matter. I believe that this change is a positive one. Unlike a lot of the collectors I've seen talk about this topic, I actually do truly care about the world's ecosystems and the environment, and the effect that human waste has on the entire planet. We have all seen the effects of pollution, whether we really want to acknowledge it or not, and I know that there will be at least a few people that fight back at me on this topic, but just look at the evidence, like real science. The planet constantly gets hotter every year. I was just in New Jersey, right across from New York City, and it was 80 degrees in November. 80 degrees Fahrenheit for all my possible international viewers, which I'm not sure what the Celsius is on that, but it's hot, especially for a northeast state in the United States. So for anyone getting ready to call me Joe Biden voting liberal in the comments, please look at real evidence and science. Surprisingly, the trash we throw out actually does have an effect on us. Okay, conservation ran over. Another reason I'm not against the plastic-free packaging is because it keeps the price of the figures down. Yeah, the average cost of a Marvel Legends figure is about $25 now, but I'm like 80% sure that if we still had the plastic windows on every single wave of 6-inch figures made by Hasbro, the price would probably be $30. Now, I'm not trying to justify the almost $25 price tag now, because that price is really hard to eat, especially for me, who I haven't been buying that many recent Hasbro figures until earlier this year. I was much more used to the $20 price tag they used to have when I was really into Marvel Legends. So to come back and it's changed to $22.99 plus tax for each figure, that's a massive change for me, who had really no clue or had forgotten about the price increases. All this to say, the price is bad, but it could be worse. And yes, I understand that most people are worried about paint or theft, since you can't see the actual figure you're buying. The paint is kind of a hard issue to combat, and that relies mostly on Hasbro's quality control, which is kinda shoddy. Not kinda, it's relatively shoddy. But the theft worry is pretty easy to deal with. Just look closely at the box. Any signs of damage to the box or the tape, put it back on the shelf. Find a different one. When it's paint, it's just the luck of the draw. I know there are a few people that were getting very bad paint jobs on their Spinneret figure from the Renew Your Vows 2-pack, but I've seen a lot more people with normally painted Spinnerets now. I'm pretty sure that, like with every Hasbro product, some of the first figures off the line are going to have mishaps. But with the Wakanda Forever and Khonshu wave, I haven't seen any paint quality control problems. And both waves were plastic-free packaging. Now, a group of collectors that suffer majorly from this change is the on-card collectors. I can't sympathize with y'all, but I can empathize with y'all. This change sucks for on-card collectors. But on the bright side, at least now you get to actually open up your figures and enjoy them. I've always been very much in the camp of you should open your toys and play with them. I've never really understood the keep everything sealed up and stashed away mentality that a lot of on-card collectors have. I can understand the display of vintage or classic toys that have remained unopened all these years, but for new, modern figures, I can't understand how that's entertaining. But it's not for me to tell people how they should collect. Everyone collects how they like. But yeah, on-card collectors, you're pretty screwed when it comes to regularly released waves of figures. At least they're keeping the plastic on the vintage style card re-releases that they do all the time. And finally, there are people that use this change in a very, very reactionary sense. There are so many people outraged at specifically Marvel Legends right now, and honestly, I cannot understand why. As soon as they announced the plastic-free packaging, boom. Instantly, there were people saying that this will be the end of Hasbro as a company. I saw so many people stirring up people's fears of getting scammed and saying, like, this new packaging will make it so much easier for figure swappers to get away with it, which is not true. And secondly, how often do you truly go out to Target or Walmart or whatever and buy an action figure? I'm willing to bet that most of the people that complain the loudest about this issue are too scared to admit to the person working at the cash register, no, this isn't a toy for my son, it's for me. Like a true Giga Chad. As someone that predominantly buys most of my figures through pre-ordering and them online so that I can rest assured knowing that I'll eventually get to own the figure, this change really doesn't affect me. In fact, the only people that should really be complaining about this change are the on-card collectors. They can understandably be upset at this change, because it affects the entire way they collect figures. But if you're gonna open the figure and throw out the box anyways, why get mad? You're just mad at garbage, which is kind of embarrassing. Maybe instead of getting mad at future garbage, how about you get mad at the garbage of the past that won't degrade for another 450 years? The garbage that is very much affecting you right now. Because while all of you stop buying Marvel Legends in retaliation to them changing the look of the garbage around the figure, while they're constantly improving the actual product, I will be enjoying the new Marvel Legends that are coming out this year. Which, reportedly, there are going to be a lot of bangers this year. And no, it is very, very well documented that I am not a Hasbro shill. I've been extremely critical of them in the past, and I still remain very critical of them, but I'm critical of the actual products they make, not the garbage I'm throwing in the recycling bin.